just make one thing clear. Oversight Democrats, from the start of this investigation, have been crystal clear that we're willing to talk to anyone who has information about Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes. And we don't care if they're wealthy, their position, if they're Democrats or Republicans. And we agree, subpoenas issued by our committee must always be respected. No president or former president is above the law. And I think every single person on this committee agrees with that. It's interesting that it's this subpoena only that Republicans and the chairman have been obsessed about putting all their energy behind. Now, we also want President Clinton to answer questions. But it's also incredibly interesting that this energy you have to attack whoever you believe your political opponents are, you are unwilling to use on Ghislaine Maxwell, a monster who has trafficked, abused, and raped children and women, and which every committee member in this body knows should be in front of this committee. Where is the contempt charges to bring her into this committee to answer the questions? And I hope that you would agree, Mr. Comer, that that should be one of our top priorities. Your former colleague, Marjorie Taylor Greene, on this committee reported that Trump told her that he wanted to continue his cover-up because, quote, my friends will get hurt. Donald Trump is leading a White House cover-up right now of the Epstein files. And we all know that Epstein himself said that Donald Trump was his best friend for over 10 years. And it is shameful, illegal, and unconstitutional that the Department of Justice has released 1% of the files. 1% of the files. Where is the pressure to get Pam Bondi to release the files? Instead, you're focused, and the committee's focused, on whoever you perceive to be your enemies and the enemies of Donald Trump. Because let's be clear, we want to talk to President Bill Clinton. We want him to answer our questions. We also want Ghislaine Maxwell to answer our questions. We also want to understand why Pam Bondi refuses to release all the files. 1% of the files have released. Millions have been left. No publications for weeks. That is a crime. And so this White House cover-up continues every single day that the files are not released.